The Baldock Woman, a 50-year mystery that refuses to stay buried. The world is full of unsolved mysteries, stories that remain just beyond our grasp, teasing us with fragments of truth, but never quite revealing the whole picture. Among them is the case of a young woman who met a tragic, unexplained end on a dark February morning in 1975. She was found wandering barefoot along the A1 near Baldock, Hertfordshire, in the early hours, speaking in a foreign accent and saying she was headed to London. 45 minutes later, she was dead, struck by a car in circumstances that have remained frustratingly elusive. No identification, no known family. No one ever came forward to claim her. She has since been known only as the Baldock Woman, a ghost of the past, a woman without a name. But if recent discoveries are to be believed, we may finally be on the brink of solving one of Britain's most haunting cold cases. A woman on the run? February 18th, 1975. The roads were quiet, the air cold and damp, the sky still inked with the last traces of night. A witness, a truck driver, saw her first. A young woman seemingly lost, walking alone along the roadside near Baldock. There was something off about her, he would later say. She spoke English, but her accent was foreign. French, maybe? She seemed determined, yet hesitant. Was she afraid? Was she running from something? She told him she was heading to London. And then, just 45 minutes later, she was gone. At approximately 6:15 a.m., she was struck by a car on the southbound carriageway of the A1 near the A507 slip road. The impact was fatal, but the questions surrounding her death were only beginning. No name, no shoes, no past. When investigators arrived at the scene, they were met with more confusion than answers. She was young, between 17 and 25 years old, fair-haired, hazel-eyed, with a scar on her right leg and a pierced right ear. She wore bohemian-style clothing, a brown Afghan coat, a leather waistcoat, a floral-patterned white cotton smock, and black jeans. Her clothes suggested someone free-spirited, artistic, maybe even a traveler. But the most unsettling detail? She was barefoot. Her feet, however, were clean. This meant she hadn't been walking without shoes for long. Had she removed them herself? Or had someone taken them from her? And if so, why? Adding to the mystery was the fact that she carried nothing. No bag, no wallet, no identification. It was almost as if she had been deliberately erased before her death. But by whom? And for what reason? A shadowy past begins to surface. For years, the Baldock Woman remained a mystery, a nameless girl whose life had ended in obscurity. Until in 2010, a couple came forward with a startling recollection. David and Barbara Liversedge claimed they had once known a young French woman who fit her description exactly. They had first met her in 1972, 3 years before the mysterious accident. She had been hitchhiking in the rain on London's North Circular when David stopped to help. She called herself Anna, or sometimes Odile. She stayed with them for a while, working at a souvenir company in Henlow, Bedfordshire. She spent time at the Stotfold Social Club, where she was known to drink cider and keep mostly to herself. But just as suddenly as she had arrived in their lives, she was gone. She told them she was moving to Cambridge to study English at a language school. They never saw her again. But the Liversedges had a sinking feeling when they saw the reconstruction of the Baldock Woman. Was it really her? Had she been coming back to visit them on the night she died? Had she been trying to escape something? A new name, a new lead. In 2025, investigators made a breakthrough. While combing through old newspaper archives, they discovered a Cambridge Evening News article from November 25, 1972. It described a 20-year-old French woman studying English in Cambridge who had survived a house fire. Her name, Odile Ledoux. The name matched what the Liversedges had remembered. The timeline fit. Could Odile Ledoux and the Baldock Woman be one and the same? And if so, why had she disappeared? Investigators turned their attention to Paris, specifically the Pantin area and the 20th arrondissement, where she may have originally lived. They also uncovered hints that she may have had connections to Cornwall, possibly spending time in Newquay. But the most chilling discovery? The theory that she had been in physical distress before her death. Fear in her final hours. Another witness, a milkman, recalled picking her up shortly before she died. She was scared, he said. Something wasn't right. Was she fleeing someone? Had she been attacked? Or was she simply lost, adrift in a foreign country, alone and unsure of who to trust? The answer may still be out there. Who was she running from? Theories abound. Was she a woman in danger? A runaway? Someone with a past too dangerous to reveal? Did she cross paths with the wrong person in those final hours? Or was her death truly accidental? A tragic, lonely end for someone who had simply lost her way. Even after 50 years, the questions linger. Some believe she may have used multiple names, perhaps out of necessity. Others wonder if she had connections to women-only or LGBTQ-friendly venues in London, Cambridge, or Cornwall. Could someone from those communities hold the key to unlocking her true identity? The final plea for answers now. In 2025, investigators are making one final push to uncover the truth. They need to hear from anyone who knew a French woman matching her description in the early 1970s. Did you know Odile Ledoux? Did you meet a French hitchhiker named Anna or Anne? Did you work at Plug International in Henlow? Did you ever encounter a lost, frightened woman in the days leading up to February 18th, 1975? After 5 decades of silence, time is running out. The Baldock Woman has been nameless for too long. She was someone's daughter, someone's friend, and after 50 years, she deserves to come home.